coffee. Good morning, everybody. Hello, I'm Calorie Sai from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's Wednesday. Hello, Timothy, Jamie, and Christine. How are you? You good? I'm good. Yes, I'm good. I am. I'm a little bit late, so I was in a bit of a rush to get ready for this, but not too bad. So, let's get some cards out for the collective and also do some mini reads in here as well. So, if you're watching the replay or if you haven't been here before, then you can get mini reads in here. It's by donation. Just check out that pinned comment, the comment at the top in the live chat. It tells you how to do it. It's by super chat, super sticker. It's by donation. There's a PayPal link in there as well, just in case that YouTube stuff doesn't work for you. And if you've got a question for your higher self, then put a capital Q in at the start of your comment, and then I can find your comment as well, because I don't get a chance to read all the comments anymore. You're doing well. Hi, Maria. Very good. Oh, good. Oh, that's good. Good that everybody's good. Hi, Marie. Hi, Melissa. I'm good. I am. I'm good. I'm trying to break a sugar addiction. I've slipped back into it. You know, I got a couple of watermelons, maybe 3, in fact. And yeah, fruits is bad. Fruits is bad as sugar. It gets you on that, and then I'm sugar addicted. And before I know it, every couple of hours, I'm hitting the fruit or the watermelon or chocolate and eating a bar of chocolate a day. And I've slipped back. It's so easy to slip back to sugar addiction. So I'm cutting myself off. Again, I ate all of the chocolate last night that's in the house to help myself out. There wasn't that much left. But yeah, well, it's time to stop that stuff. Oh, it's so easy to get into it. Call forth the waves is what we got today. Oh, so they made an offer on your house, Marie. That's awesome. Hey. Hi, Carla. Calling forth the waves. So we want a shake-up. Yes, we do. We want a shake-up. We want something to happen. We do, don't we? We want something to happen. All of these carrots dangling in front of us, putting the work in. Not much is happening, although tourists are coming to the island again, just a little bit. And yesterday, gyms could open again, not indoor gyms though. So my gym's not open, but I can still do my Caroline Gervin workouts here, which are awesome. I did one yesterday, and it means it's not just one-on-one now in the training, which is nice because then there's other people there. It's more fun. Yeah, dairy and carbs. Dairy, carbs, fruits, sugar, all of it. They all get you on that. And it's not hunger, it's addiction. It's like a couple of hours later, you want some more. Oh man, God, you gotta cut yourself off and do the protein and stuff. Chocolate bullets. Oh, hey, Karma Queen. Food addictions are so hard. Damn sugar. Damn it. And fruits aren't any better. It's sugar. It gets you on that same sugar roller coaster thing. So I'm cutting myself off. I'll just have fruit fairies, fruit that he brings me, the occasional bananas, papaya, and I'll have that with my oats. Oats tend to be okay for me as far as carbs go, and the rest of it I'll just stick to my high protein meals. Okay. You like my rocks? Thanks. I like taking pictures on the beach. I see beautiful things and I take them. Australia and NJ USA don't have the best time alignments. Well, I'm not in Australia, although I am Australian, but I'm English too. And I'm in Thailand. Hi, Penny. You eat lots of apples, do you? I don't. I don't particularly like apples, but there's something about them for me. It makes me feel hungrier if I eat an apple. it's pointless for me personally, in my body. It just, yeah, it makes me feel worse than before I've had it. Squirrel. Oh no, he's grumpy. He needs loving. He's vulnerable. That's what he is. He needs love. Self-love. This is a call for self-love, this card today. Ah. Calling forth the waves, but then the universe is going, are you sure? Because you need some more self-loving. Do we? More? More? So I'm drinking black coffee because, yeah, the almond milk isn't. It's got all kinds of additives in it. I don't want to drink carrageenan. What do I want to drink carrageenan for? It's got a lot of sugar in it as well, so I'm sticking off that and drinking black coffee, which is, it's okay. It's not that different, really. But yeah, had to cut myself off cream because I started fully reacting to it, allergic reacting to it. Did you all like the pick a card read last night? Have you all watched it? Tiny Triumphs. Tiny Triumphs. I like this. I like this because I watched a video on it last night. One of those YouTube videos where they do like a drawing infographic kind of thing. It was really sweet. I liked the way that it was all edited and everything. But it was about this, tiny triumphs. It was about not changing the big things in your life, changing the little things, just little things. Tiny triumphs. This is what I say about exercise. You get tiny triumphs and you just set your day off right if you exercise. If you just give yourself like little goals to do, you can be like having these little wins. Never enough self-love. Work on your indecisiveness. Oh, hello, Belinda. Tiny triumphs. What number are you? 21. Let's read this one out. Hey, Mary Ellen. Chose the crystal. Baby steps, little goals. Yeah, small goals so it's win, and then it's win. Oh my goodness. My money worries. I don't have money worries, but my ATM card ran out. It expired, and I hadn't realised. And I've got a new one on its way to me now. But I had to take some money out on my credit card, and I paid it off straight away. But it cost me $60 to take that money out. $60 was the charge that they charged me. 60 plus 220 baht, because every time you use an ATM, it charges you 220 baht, which is about $10. So it cost me $70 to take that money out. So it's a good thing that my ATM card is on its way to me. There still will be some charges, but it's not going to be $60 worth. Tiny triumphs. Holy shit, the banks get so much money, don't they? Attitude, belief, power of perseverance. A big mouse dressed as a circus trainer is holding a small eagle. The situation is inverted. The predator is small and the prey is big. Oh, this card urges us to believe in ourselves. Don't ever think you're too small or too outmatched in a situation. Inner size is what matters. Think back to a time when you felt good about an achievement. Don't give up now. With patience and hard work, you'll triumph in the end. And everything takes small steps to get there. Like, nothing is ever big, really. Nothing's ever big. If anyone's done anything big, they've taken the small steps to get there, so. Tiny triumphs. So we've got to break things down into little wedges. I need to turn that fan off because it's blown the cards over, and I don't need it on right now. It's not even hot. It's not even. Who else have we got in? Hey, Mixed Visions. Hey, Belinda. The banks get so much. There you go. That's the business they're in. Money. My friend here was telling me how much, what should we call them? Loan sharks. Let's call them loan sharks. Loan sharks on the island get back when they borrow some money. It's a lot. It's a lot more than banks, I'm telling you that much. I was like, maybe I should become one. I couldn't give a better rate, otherwise they'd be after me. Don't mess around with those people. Let's get a goddess out. Well, you'd hope. They're in the business of money, so you'd hope that they're good with money, right? Otherwise, it would be pretty useless. I mean, they wouldn't be sustainable if they weren't good with money, and they wouldn't know what the hell they were doing, so what would they be in that business for? So I do get it. But still, wow. $60 to take some money out, that's a lot of money. Hey Tara, haven't seen you for a while. Hello, Mr. Bowles. Today was big, but it totally took so many small steps. You didn't like that. Don't say that, woman. I want to be tiny triumphs. Triumphs, not stats. Not too many stats. A targetess. Targetess comes out a lot, doesn't she? She's the first known mermaid in recorded history. A targetess is guiding you to look for balance in your time, your environment. Oh, my life is so much more balanced now. Monday, Wednesday, Friday has been my big video days. Just recording on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I pick a card and all of the others. I've got a really good flow going. And then Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays being more me time and more, I've got so much more balance now. It's doing my eyes good, going for walks on the beaches, and a happy girl. I'm a happy girl right now. Balance in your time, your environment, and within yourself. As a teacher, a targetist asks you to seek new ways to bring more balance and care into your life. That's that self-love again, isn't it? Today was kind of bittersweet for Jamie. You received your mum's life insurance money. Oh, yeah. I understand, man, the bittersweetness of all of that. But good that you set up, hey? Invest it wisely. Make like a bank. Handle it like a bank. Let's get some these out. Flipping around. I use all kinds of decks, yeah. I've got some favourites. Like you'll see the ones that are my favourites that I use in the video reads over and over again. I've got myself into a kind of groove with those. But I do have some new decks. I've got some new decks and I'm enjoying getting to know those. I still haven't used that new one that I showed you on Monday. Yeah, I have. I've got all kinds because I like collecting the ones that are kind of unusual. Ones I haven't seen other places. Like this one. Soul Truth, Self-Awareness. Just use them for different things. I like them. I can read from anything really. Give me a newspaper and I can do a reading from that. Which one, left or right? Choose left or right. Karma Queen, the entire week I've been receiving spirit, or whatever you may call it. Close to meteor shower of orbs, over 100 caught on cam. Oh, cool. That's what you're feeling. Wow. You can have balance with someone in your life. Well, it's trickier, that's for sure, isn't it? It's trickier. Left or right? Someone choose left or right. I'll take the first one, because it could be either of these. Left. Okay, thank you. What am I looking for outside myself that's already within me? I was often confused by this guidance, right? Because especially about abundance, it's all within you. It's like, is it? Where's that money? I can't get the cash out. Where is it? Is it in my liver? No, it's your time, it's your energy, it's your ideas, it's your all the resources that are inside of yourself. It's always we're set up with everything that we need within us. And that's not to say that we can't learn anything while we're here. We can, but tend to find that your true abundance lies in the things that come easily to you, your talents that you have, your skills. And then we can use leverage for those. So some are worth more than others, right? So there's our time and our energy that's not worth very much. But our ideas and our talents and our skills, that's worth much, much more, especially if we can learn to apply it in a way where we can share it with the bigger tribes of the world. Yeah, the more people you can share it with, the more you're going to receive back from that larger amount. So it's all inside of you. Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? And we've all got like a mixture of the things that we need as well. Like this is saying like guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love. We don't all need those things. Yeah, they might be useful to everybody, but we don't all need those things to do what we came here to do. Like there might be somebody that really loves, I know, building houses, and they don't need any of those things, but they've got like a passion for building houses. You know, I guess everyone needs love. When we search outside of ourselves, we can become overwhelmed. That's that perfectionist, you know, it's that perfectionist thing. Like the card of the day today that I've put out on social media everywhere: be healing. Or maybe I didn't put it everywhere. Be healing everywhere apart from Instagram, where I'm Claire Louise Hay. But it was about perfectionism. It doesn't exist. When we search outside of ourselves, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. Yeah, if we feel like we've got to be perfect, if we've got to like be able to do everything just to pursue the one thing that we're good at. We don't. We don't need to be everything. Yeah, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never quite feel good enough. It's time to go inward and find everything you seek. All the answers you need lie within you. School sets us up for this, doesn't it? For not looking at what particular skills and talents and stuff that we have and things that we're interested in. They try to teach us to be like these all-rounders, good at everything. Work on the stuff that you're not good at. That gets us off track. Today's soul action. Breathe in your favorite essential oil. Inhale deeply into your belly. Drop your shoulders and spend some time hanging out with your soul today. Ask for what you need and be ready for the answers. Eyes. What am I looking for outside of myself that's already within me? Interesting. Be Healing on Facebook. I'll put it on. The card and Instagram and I can't remember. These cards. It was, I'll show you. I'll show you which one it was today. I've got an app. Was it mistakes? Yeah, it was mistakes. It was this one. I'm going to sneeze. It wasn't on my personal account. I don't share these on my personal account. Mistakes. Allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels loved no matter what. Yeah. Perfectionism doesn't exist. It's okay for us to be human. But also, we don't need to be everything before we do something. You know, it's so soul destroying for us to compare ourselves to everyone and not do anything because we're not good in every single way first, you know. I think I missed a donation. I did, Karma Queen, thank you. Advice on the energy shift. Oh, you're experiencing an energy shift. Cool. Okay, Karma Queen, let's get some guidance for you on your energy shift. Touch. Oh, a little bit. This is interesting. Touch and face the situation. Right, this is interesting because of what you said before. Touch is a little bit of something. It's more subtle. It's the more subtle realms. You're saying that it's hitting you like a ton of bricks, right? It feels like the energy is so big. That's interesting, isn't it? Because I never get that. I never get that in my readings or anything like that. It never feels big. It's very subtle. I've got to tune in. Sometimes when I get really interested and you see me go quiet in my video readings, and I'm like, that's often stare to try and pick up more of it because it's so subtle. It's so subtle. It's never loud and big. And this is saying, like, face the situation. It's the subtle things. Why is it big? Why is it big for you? Because that, yeah, the spiritual stuff isn't like that. Okay, okay. Because allow and blame, right? So you're setting yourself up for hard times here. It's got to be hard. If you know how some people have that belief that you got to work hard for money. You've got a similar kind of belief, but it's with energies. If it's not causing you pain, it's not worth it. That's not true. God, if my readings were causing me pain, I wouldn't do it. It's just not true. You don't need it like that. And so why? Who told you that? Who told you if you know if you're not giving something up, if you're not struggling, if you're not if it's not hard for you, then you don't deserve a thing for it. Then it's not worthy. It's not. It's not good enough. There's a belief like that you've got that that's what this allow blame is saying. You're trying to make it hard work to justify it, to just justify being worthy of it. So it'd be like me like doing my video readings and then before when as I start going like getting red faced and really trying and like getting into like let me get the information like that, making it hard work. It doesn't need to be. Not at all. It's very subtle. So face the situation. There's something to face. You've you've got a belief that's constricting you into what you don't want. It's got to be painful. It's got to be hard. It's got to be big energy. I've got to suffer for it. I've got to give something up. It's got to. A lot of people have got that about work, right? That belief about work. Not just got to work hard for money, but I've got to sacrifice something to get what it is that I want. So I've got to work in a shitty job that I hate for longer hours so that I don't have any balance in my life. And then I deserve money. Something like that. Or you've been begging to feel something. It's the subtle things though. Okay, so why do you want it to feel big though? Because like I say, it's not a big feeling. It's not ever a big feeling. It never hits me like a sledgehammer. It's very subtle, in fact. So subtle that most people miss it, right? Because they're not quiet enough. Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram. Cards are on. Yeah, they're pretty, those cards. I do love them. So hopefully that helps. Let it be easier. Hey Belinda, first time. Yay. We've got a Facebook group as well if you want to come along to that. It's called Psychic Cafe No Muggles Allowed. Don't come if you're a muggle, of course. Shadow work. Who's doing shadow work right now? There's been a lot of that in the readings that I've done. Today I'm going to be doing a pick a card read, and I'm going to be doing 6 of the energy updates through signs next week. That's what I'm doing. So let's get some painful. Damn. The void. I'm okay with the void now. What's that thing that I posted? Christine on there. Something on my personal Facebook page. It was something about when you healed. I'm gonna have to look for it. It's useful. Something about when you healed. I won't butcher it. I will read it out. I'll find it and I'll read it out. My lovely friends are popping up and they're not so lovelies. Passed a lot. Oh dear. Here you go. As you heal, your attractions change too. Toxicity stops looking like excitement and peace stops feeling like boredom. And the reason that that popped into my head was because of what somebody said about that void. The void is the worst feeling of all. I don't think so. You don't, it's not that you get used to it. You start liking it. Hey, Mark. That's why most people miss it, right? Most people are like distracted by the phones. That's an addiction too, right? You've got to watch out for that one. Hey, Charlotte. Let's get some tarot out. Past lives. This deck is really interesting. It's not normal tarot. It's not normal. Past lives. The stuff that we've done before we came here. It's important. Wander on the bottom now. It's important for this lifetime. Mr. Bowers, what's holding her back? Thanks for your donation. What's holding her back? Let's see. Sex. Love what is. Sexual issues. Or, yeah, sexual issues, I'd say, with that love what is card. Surrender to touch. Adults, we have baggage, don't we, in relationships? And yes, there's fears involved. And there's stuff we've been through, and we fear going through it again. And that's what it is. That's what's holding her back. Nothing you can do about it. She has to process it herself. Surrender and touch is difficult for her. You'll find the majority of women have been through some kind of sexual abuse. A lot of men too. Not just saying women, but a lot of, for those of you guys that are interested in women. Most. I was taught it when I did a massage course. You have to be very careful doing this and doing that because most women have been sexually abused. And yeah, I've got to be aware of it. And so, yeah, we've got to make, we've got to give people space because it's not true that people shouldn't have baggage. Of course, we've all got baggage. We've been through all kinds of hell, haven't we? And there you have it. Yeah, so take it very, very slowly. Sarah, void is peace. Yeah, it is, and it's drama, isn't it? It's we get addicted to drama as humans. We do. Even our higher selves like the drama. They don't want our lives to be boring. They want it to be full of spice. They want it to be a good story. Mm. Your first void episode brought you to your knees. It's so uncomfortable when we first experience it, isn't it? It's horrible. Then it becomes lovely when you stop resisting it. There's so much resistance to it when we first feel that void, right? I remember like the biggest experience of the void to me was when I broke up with my ex-husband. Until then, my life had been full, one from one thing to another, always busy, especially when you're a parent too. Always busy. And then it was when I moved out. So I moved out, got myself an apartment, and had the kids half the time. It was that having not when I didn't have the kids, and then I was like, I've got nothing to do. You know what it's like being a parent? Well, some of you do. It's just constant. And then I had nothing to do, and I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember what I used to do before I had kids, before my time was just taken from me all the time. And that was so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable for me. I had to meditate. That's what I chose to do instead. It was the best decision of my life. That was. I'm having a hard time pairing it with my subscription box. What does that mean? Huh. Oh, I think I've not been watching. Scorpio sex, but why would it hold back spiritual growth? Oh. Hi, Karen. I need more coffee for this conversation. I've obviously not been reading the comments enough because it's not making any sense to me. Coffee might help. Hang on, I'll be right back with more coffee. I haven't seen the chicken cat this morning. Let me know if you see her at the door. I wonder where she is. Oh, that's hot. Okay, let's get some more tarot out then. With the Starchild tarot here. Being alone with yourself is scary because we don't want to face it. Yeah, it's when we first start listening. Like I said, the best decision I made was to meditate. That was the best decision. It's the bravest decision, right? Because it's like, how do I deal with this nothingness? I've not had this nothingness before. Gone from school to uni to being a single parent. I just never stopped. I've never had that break, right? Some of my friends did instead of doing the order that I did it. They took a year out. They didn't go to uni straight away or after uni before they started working. They took time out. No, me, I got pregnant before I finished uni. So I went straight from uni into single parenthood and into marriage. And yeah, but that's nice, Mr. Bowers. Don't rush it. Single parent's hard work. It is. Ugh. But there are plus sides to it because I've done both, right? And parenting with my ex-husband, that has its challenges too. At least when you're a single parent, there's only you to do it. When there's someone else there that could do it and then they don't, Urgh, that's hard. I only had one cup of coffee. I'm on my second cup now. The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is like, oh, you see what I've just seen in this card now? It's funny. Four of Cups. Right. Single parent's easier than parenting with the wrong person, for sure. And it's not just with the wrong person, though, because stuff happens, right? You can take it badly. Four of Cups. See, there's a cat here and there's a cup knocked over. The Four of Cups is about like getting an offer and like turning it down. I just noticed the cat there and the cup knocked over. You know how cats knock things over? I just imagine that the cat's done that and she's like, oh, a love offer coming in and was knocking it over and saying no. It's like, I don't want it. I don't want it. I need to read the Four of Cups out from this book here. Cat hairs. She's not here. Chicken cat's not here, but her hairs are everywhere. Some are just grown-ass man-child, yeah. And yeah, because women have done too much for them, right? They've been mothered too much, been too willing to do too much for them. Go from mother to another woman that will do way too much for them. We've messed ourselves up there, ladies. Four of Cups. It could be that you're missing out on an opportunity because your cat knocked something over. If you're being distracted by external forces, there we go. What we were talking about, the void and distractions, addictions, all of that, stops us from being present. It's scary. I actually get... This was my line of thinking last night. Because I was thinking about the sugar addiction getting a hold of me again. And I was thinking about the alcohol thing too. Just pretty much everybody on this planet is an addict of something. Alcohol addiction is just kind of accepted, and it's... But like phone addiction, same. There's things that are just kind of accepted, but it stops people from being present. You know, if you ask someone a question and they're addicted to something, it could be sugar, it could be the phone, it could be alcohol, it could be drugs. You can see it in them. They pause. They're not present with you. They pause because they've got to think of their addiction first. Like, do you want to come to my house? Will my drugs be there? Can I get access to my drugs there? Can I drink alcohol there? Is it, you know, straight away, the addiction comes first. The priority is the addiction. Takes over. It's that devil energy, right? Takes over yourself, your consciousness, everything. It's scary how little the majority are present, and even myself, and even good people, and even, yeah. See, if I think about some of the best people I know, they're all addicts, still all addicts. Oh, it's scary. I actually, it hit me last night. It's scary. It's scary how unpresent. And even me too. It's like now that I'm walking down the beach, I'm realizing, wow, just a few weeks ago I was so unpresent in my life. And it was work addiction for me, and that had come up in my readings over and over again, and I wasn't listening to it properly. It was that decision of doing this less and going to the beach woke me up from that addiction of the doing too much, working too much. It was causing me to be not present. So easy to fall into them. Yes. And really, there's not much hope for the human race if we can't be present. No, that's too dramatic. But how can people have good lives when they're addicted? You really can't, hey? And it's so easy to fall back into addiction. It could be that you're missing out on opportunity if you're being distracted by external forces. Yeah, one of those little changes in that video was to turn your notifications off on your phone. I did that a few months ago. Yes. Oh my God, I would never put them back on. Mm. It's a sense of restlessness and boredom, which has you feeling stuck in a rut. I've stopped feeling that boredom now. The sense of boredom that used to make me want to drink, to spice up my life, to have some fun with people. It was a wanting drama. It was a boredom that caused me to want drama. And I thought it was fun, and it's not really fun. Well, it kind of is fun, but I've stopped. I've stopped feeling bored now. Are there issues from your past that are weighing on your present situation? If you're fearful or indifferent about making a change, you may continue to dwell in a state of limbo. This card may also suggest that there's something you may be overlooking. Perhaps the solution's closer than you think. You have a system of love and support in your life. How can you connect with this? Is there anything you're taking for granted? Take a moment to meditate on the aspects of your life that you're truly grateful for. See the positive highlights rather than focusing on the negativity. Disappointment, apathy, boredom, contemplation, stress, right? So, yeah, the antidote is to stop distracting yourself, which is confronting. Confronting, yeah. You're running away from the pain when you work, yeah. It's a distraction, right? Stopping smoking. For me, smoking goes with drinking. Don't do either. Haven't done either for what? A month? I think it's been about a month. 4, 5 weeks. I don't miss it at all. Got a bottle of whiskey down there. Every time I think, oh, I could have a drink to relax or something like that, I think, I won't sleep properly. No, I don't want to. It stops me from sleeping properly. I don't sleep properly after I've had a drink. It's fitful. It's not proper sleep. 37-year addict alcohol recovery and 21-year smoking recovery. You're addicted to everything. Isn't it? When you notice it, it's scary. It's like living in a world of zombies. It's when you get out of it. It's really hard to explain it to people that are in it, because I couldn't have it explained to me when I was in it too. But once you're out of it, it's scary when you look at it. It's like in a world of zombies. Yeah, good job, Timothy. I didn't mean to stop drinking this time. Well, often I do. Often I'll have like 3 months off drinking and smoking a year, and that's I just decide to do it. This time I didn't decide to do it. It's come through natural organic choice. Do I want to? No. It was a weird thing all through the night. Someone tapping on my window like that. Kept on happening, kept on happening. It wasn't somebody, of course, it was an animal. But in my dreams, I made it to be all kinds of things like that. Vape. No, I don't like vapes. For me, it's not the smoke itself. It's just like doing something with my hands. I think it's purely a habit to me. A drink in one hand, a cigarette in the other hand. I don't actually like it. I don't like smoking. I certainly don't like the way it makes me feel the next day. I think smoking is worse than drinking, maybe. It could be. Sometimes I don't smoke when I drink. Just depends what situation I'm in. Weird, huh? Christine, your daughter said to you the other day, you know, Mum, if you had baby car seats in your car, you could have the kids for the weekend. You say, that's why I don't have baby seats in my car. You didn't purposely quit. Yeah, isn't it? It's when we no longer have the need, because of course they do serve a purpose, especially the numbing ones. They serve a purpose for sure. The numbing addictions. Oh, and like I say, I would never suggest to somebody. It's not the cause, right? It's the symptom, but then it causes other things within our lives. But I would never suggest to anyone to go like cold turkey on their addiction or something like that, especially if it's a numbing agent, because then that's saying like have surgery without an anesthetic. I'm doing it for a reason. Like mine was my alcohol was anxiety, like a social anxiety thing. So yeah, when you've healed yourself enough that the reason is gone to do it, then it's easier. Let's put it that way. It's easier. Then you've just got the habit part of it, and then you've got the void to face, right? You're fearful of relationships. You're not comfortable being alone. Okay, I am. I'm totally comfortable being alone. Then we got the Five of Cups. The Four of Cups to the Five of Cups. It's just like looking at the one that the cat knocked over. Still looking at the cup. Oh, the cat's knocked over 3 now. Looking at the cups the cat knocked over. It's 4 of Wands next. Of course it's the 4 of Wands next. I don't want to read it out for some... okay, I'll read it out of this. Social anxiety, yes. Whew. 5 of Cups. Sadness, disappointment, guilt, mourning, loneliness. Loneliness? I don't get lonely. I should do. I feel like I should do. I feel like maybe I should be around people more. And then I'm like, now they're all zombies. When 5 of Cups comes up in a reading, it means you're focused on the negatives and not the positives. You're crying over spilled milk, so to speak, and are not focusing at all on how to clean it up. This is a relationship lesson, by the way. The 4 of Cups is dealing with ourselves, right? That numbing and stuff that we're talking about, the distractedness. What's it about? It's about this. It's about the experiences that we've had in relationships. The baggage we've got. Crying over spilled milk, so to speak. Not focused on how to clean it up. Any negative or sad feelings can be a sign of this card. A few examples include loneliness, heartbreak, heartache, loss, depression, stress, sorrow, disappointment, grief, instability, separation. You could be feeling abandoned. I'm pretty sure that card came out in the energy update today. So in return, you're neglecting your responsibilities and others, neglecting yourself, abandoning yourself. That's what we do. When we're feeling abandoned, we abandon ourselves. We do it to ourselves. We do the same thing to ourselves. Oh, isn't that addictions all over? Abandoning ourselves. Abandoning our presence. Abandoning ourselves. No matter how dark of a state you might be in right now, the cards are getting me in a dark state. I was happy before these cards are coming out. The 5 of Cups is reminding you not to dwell on the 3 Cups that spill. Okay, let's not dwell on it. Let's dwell instead on this. And not be pessimistic about it. It's the Four of Wands. It's the marriage. Past lives, Four of Cups, Five of Cups, marriage. It's talking about baggage. It's talking about addictions. It's talking about the void. It's talking about being comfortable with ourselves again. I like camping too. I like a very, you know why I like camping? Because it gets me into a pattern of living that's really good for me, and it's a pattern of living that I'm in right now. I go to bed super super early. Once the sun's gone down, I'm winding down already. I'm getting into bed. The curtains are closed once, sometimes before the sun's gone down, and I'm usually asleep by 9 o'clock. Before that, I could be watching or listening to some YouTube videos. I watched a movie last night and it made me cry. I don't know what the name was. I've seen it before. It's so beautiful. It's about a guy that's had some kind of a brain injury and he can't remember anything. When he sleeps, he forgets everything. He's trying to have this relationship and he's got to document it all, but he hasn't told her the truth. Have you seen that one? It's so beautiful. It's a gorgeous film. No idea what it's called because it was on YouTube, so the start wasn't right. Anyway, let's get some more tarot out and see where this is heading us. It seems to be saying, like, yeah, not to cry over spilled milk, but it seems to be saying, like, inviting us out of this baggage from relationships to have an optimism again. And it's something about past lives, because that was the first card out. Past lives. Past lives that you've had that are directly connected with this life. And tiny triumphs when putting it on a life after life perspective. We're moving forward in this life, but it's making us feel vulnerable. Target said balance is the key. So we're calling in the waves, right? We're wanting a shake-up, we're wanting something to happen. And then the universe brought out there, but you need to love yourself even more. The addictions, the distractions, it's a sign that you're abandoning yourself, and you can't abandon yourself and have the better stuff. How we abandon ourselves in relationships is the baggage, it's the stuff we've been through. So help us out a bit here. We're stuck at the sad movies, yeah. It made me fully cry. It was so beautiful. And of course they got back together again. Because it was the ideal relationship, because he fell in love with her every single day. Fresh, anew. And his friends were saying, isn't that what we all want? And he's like, yeah, but I want to remember it. I wanted to build on this. But he did, literally. And she walked away from him. And then she couldn't keep away from him. She went back. And they started again. It was the same. It's beautiful. It's a really beautiful film. If anyone knows what that's called, say. And everyone watch it. Oh God, look at this. Six of Cups. Trying to make us cry. Six of Cups. It's the twin flame. It's the soulmate. It's the past life connection. Karma. Huh? Don't understand. I've not been reading the comments enough to understand what you're all talking about. Christine, general guidance for you. Give us a break from all of this relationship trauma that's going on the table here. Let's get into your relationship trauma instead, Christine. No, let's not. Okay, this is interesting, Christine. You know, you already admitted to the working to distract yourself thing. Is it true, be supportive? When you're supportive, I mean, you work and stuff like that, helping people out. Is it really helping them out? Is that really useful? I think a lot of us need to, excuse me. I think a lot of us need to ask ourselves this question, because a lot of us can fall into that doing everything for everyone thing. Like we said, we've ruined men. Women have pretty much ruined men by doing way too much for them, mothering, mothering as mothers, and then mothering as girlfriends and partners and wives and stuff. And then we're like, oh, why are they all like kids? Yeah, that's why. But also that when helping someone isn't helping them, it's enabling them, you know. It's that whole, do you provide a man with fish, or do you teach him how to fish? Teach him how to fish, right? You don't just keep on giving them fish, because that disempowers them. So is it true, and be supportive? So Christine, you're being asked to delve deeper into that, the things that you're doing for people. I think you are, you know, I think you are already questioning all of this stuff, aren't you? Is it really useful what I'm doing? How I'm helping people? Is it really useful? Tell us more about this for Christine. Because we go from like wanting to do everything for everyone. I think people that are drawn to me, maybe have been through this experience or going through this experience. We just want to do everything for everyone, see the best in everyone, help people out, do everything that we can, be so generous and loving and giving and all of that. It's kind of in our nature to do that. And then it backfires over and over again. And we have to learn boundaries, and we have to realize when we're not actually helping, we're hindering, you know. Patience and romance. Oh, Christine. So there's something about this that you're learning at the moment, because I don't believe that I'm telling you anything new here, Christine. I feel that you're completely getting this lesson at the moment, and you're understanding it, and you're practicing it too. So it's going to change your romantic life completely. Yes. Because you're going to allow yourself to receive something from relationships eventually, for them to love you and not just you loving them. Because you've been feeling like the underdog, and so you've been choosing underdogs when you're not the underdog. You felt like that for sure, and you've been treated like that for sure, but you're not. And then when you realize in your full power, you're going to choose someone that's in full power too, that can give to you. So have patience with your romantic life. It is going to change completely with this. Yeah. How will it benefit or teach? Even that is like, is taking on too much. I've had to pull myself up on that. Sure, I do it for my work. It's like teaching moments all the time in my work, but that's my work and that's different. In my personal life, I had to stop doing that. When catching myself doing a teaching moment, it's like, stop it, Claire, don't be an idiot. You're not the teacher. You know? Boundaries. That's what your void was about, doing everything for everyone just to feel accepted. And we're kind of given those roles, aren't we? Especially as girls, we're given those roles within the family. Yeah. So interesting, isn't it? Human behavior. We're so weird. Maria, thank you. Six of Cups. So, past lives, past life relationship. Baggage. I wonder what our partners, our true partners, have been learning. What their baggage is it similar? They've been abandoning themselves too, learning to love themselves, probably. I'm still freaked out by that weird psychic artist. I know I shouldn't be, because the reason I did it because I was pretty sure that they chose someone off social media, maybe a friend of social media, and then it's obviously a picture that's been made into a drawing using an art. It's not an artist that's done that. I just wanted to figure out. I was just wondering who it would be, and of course I recognised the guy. So I have seen him before. I was hoping that by putting it on Facebook, someone would tell me who it was, would recognise it, so that I can figure out the scam. It's freaking me out. It's the Hierophant. Traditions, marriage. We've got the Four of Wands and the Hierophant out. Scare them away. You've got to put it out there, right? You've got to tell them straight up the things that a lot of people would turn away from. Maria, high self-guidance for you. Maria, innocent and overwhelming. Innocent and overwhelming. Don't push yourself too hard, too high, too fast, too soon. Don't expect so much of yourself, Maria. Tiny triumphs, remember? Small steps, tiny triumphs. There's a big... You're expecting a lot of yourself. It takes time to get where you want to go. To achieve anything in life, it takes time, a lot of learning. A lot of learning along the way. So don't overwhelm yourself, this is saying. Don't expect so much of yourself. Sometimes it's good to push ourselves, right? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's really not self-loving to push ourselves. Got to get that balance right where we can motivate ourselves and not incapacitate ourselves. This is kind of saying at the moment you're kind of incapacitating yourself with it. It's overwhelming you. When we get into overwhelm, we can't take action, right? So back to this tiny triumphs. If you set yourself a massive goal, you're going to be in overwhelm and not be able to take any action. It's just too big. It's too big to handle. If you set yourself a little goal, and take action on it then, because it's easy. So don't overwhelm yourself. Set smaller goals. Expect less of yourself. But don't expect nothing of yourself. I don't think you do that anyway. But some people do that, right? Some people expect nothing of themselves and don't push themselves or challenge themselves in any way to do anything good. Just sit and watch TV. I don't imagine any of you doing that. Maria, go within and talk to someone. Ah. This is saying before interactions with people to go within and feel it out first. It's almost saying, I'm getting this pattern of reaction to people. We all have it. There's certain ways that we deal with people. It's a habit, right, of the way that we deal with people. This is saying try and be more conscious and feel it out first. So you're in patterns of interacting with people before you talk, just talking to someone, saying similar kind of things, coming from the similar kind of energy with people. Saying go within and become more conscious of it first and feel it out. And is this what I want to say, or is this just a habit of this is what I say in this situation? These two are connected, by the way. So maybe a feeling of overwhelm is causing you to react in certain ways to people. Expecting too much of yourself is causing you to react to certain people in certain ways automatically. So this sometimes happens to us when when we're not being self-loving, when we're expecting too much of ourselves, and we can react to other people when they ask us to do something. Really, it's how we're feeling about ourselves. It's not that they're making us mad. It's that we're making ourselves mad with the expectations that we've got on ourselves, and then they add to it. We blow up at them. Could be something like that. Mm-hmm. Younger guys and older women. Do they want a mummy? Yeah, there's a lot of them. Thank you, Kristen, for your PayPal donation. Oh, I think there's another one there. Yes, there is. Deepta, thank you for yours as well. General guidance for Deepta. Passion and relax. Interesting. So, this card about what am I looking for outside of myself that's already within me, and how I was saying that we've got those talents and skills and the things we're interested in, and we're giving it all kind of before we get here on this planet, and that's where our abundance lies. Deepta, yeah. If you relax, then you're more likely to tap into that stuff. And if you're trying to push yourself to achieve something big, then you're not likely to achieve to get into that stuff. If we're pushing ourselves and we're like, oh, I need to do something really big here in the world, then we're going to look at other people and go, oh, I can't do that. I don't have the skills that they've got, but I need to have that skill to do something big in the world because I'm not enough. So Deepta, this is saying, yeah, if you relax more, you'll find out it'll come through naturally. It's like, like the pictures that I've been sharing from my beach walks and stuff, the beautiful things that I see when I'm just wandering. I didn't allow myself to do that before, even when I was going to the beach like every day, more than a year ago when lockdown first started. I was running. I wasn't noticing things. But when we slow down and we relax, we start noticing more. And it's the same within yourself too. When you take the pressure off yourself, you start noticing things. It's like when you start pottering around, you have the day to yourself, then you start doing things that you really enjoy doing. That might be when you get your paints out or whatever. I know I've got this image of like painters or something. Not something that I do, but you know what I mean? Put some math workbooks to stop chipping away at your math anxiety. Confront progressively more challenging stuff. This is saying the opposite. See, this is saying the opposite, Deepta. If you relax, then your passion will come shining through. Something that you really, oh, look at this. Going well in passion. 2 passion cards. If you allow yourself just to potter around, what you really enjoy doing will come to you. So you're being hard on yourself there. Math workbooks. I get a lot of younger men as well. A lot. Your PTSD kicks in too much. There you go. Yeah, there's that, right? Same like we were talking about before, the baggage stuff. General read, Kristen, thanks for your donation. General read for you. Well, I'm not going to mother them. I think they realised that straight away. I would have previously. Past life plan. Not now. Hell no. Why did the younger ones go for the older women? Come on, guys, tell us. I am heard and believe in self. Kristen. Being listened to. being heard, people paying attention to you, listening to what you say. We think it's all about them, don't we? And it's not. We attract the people that won't listen to us. It's the way that you believe in yourself. So, Kristen, if people aren't listening to you, it's a mixture, yeah, for sure, but you're attracting the people that won't listen to you, or you're attracting that behavior out of them. And it's about belief in yourself. See, someone that's got like a lot of self-respect and they believe in themselves, they've got like an authority when they say something and people listen to them. But when you're questioning yourself, everyone else is going to question you too. And that's when you're not heard. So maybe you're trying to change behavior in other people, Kristen, or just wondering why you're not being heard. I think we've all had that experience. Say the same thing over and over and over again. You get called a nag for doing it, but you're not ever being heard. It's about the energy that we're holding. So believing in yourself and having that confidence in yourself, it's not questioning yourself is what it is. When you stop questioning yourself, other people will stop questioning you too. Now, some people will still question you, but not as much as they were before. You won't continue to have that experience. Warmth and decide. Interesting. Interesting this is put with it because that kind of experience of not being heard can make you can make you cold, hard, and more authoritative, but not in an authoritative way, not in a naturally authoritative way. You can start to compensate for it and then get colder and harder and more demanding and all of that stuff, which isn't true authority. It comes from a place of self-comfort and self-acceptance and self-belief. So, warmth and decide. So this is almost saying like you can realize when you're going down that path of getting colder and harder to try and get what it is that you want, get people to hear you by tuning into that energy of yourself and questioning yourself like, am I getting colder and harder? Okay, that's not the way I need to go. I need to believe in myself more. So warming up to yourself more. It's what I just said. It's the stop questioning yourself so much. Other people are questioning you. Ask yourself, okay, how am I questioning myself? Because when you stop questioning yourself, this pattern will stop-ish. Won't stop completely. There's always going to be idiots out there. I think this is what it's talking about here, about bringing in our equals from past lives here. But there's stuff for us to learn first. Let's get some more tarot out and see. Healing and self-love and all of that. Patience and dealing with our baggage so that we're not fearful anymore. There's got to be more to this. I mean, there's got to be more to why we have to go so deep into it all. I mean, I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I'm not with I'm glad that I never settled down with anyone, especially the point that I've got myself now. I'm glad I would have settled down with an addict before. I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm glad someone didn't settle with me in that energy as well. I might have stayed there with them. Maybe there's more beyond this, where I'm at right now. The Knight of Swords. Oh. This cavalier attitude of starting something new and doing things a new way. New thoughts, new ideas, doing things a different way. Could be talking about twin flame relationships here because there's something to do. There's something to, there's a job to do, a new way of being in relationships. So what we're asking for hasn't been done before, right? And it's up to us to make it up, how we want to be in relationships. And that's what we're doing now, getting clarity within ourselves. But we're going to have to be brave about it. This is that cavalier kind of attitude. Especially in this deck, I get that from this one. The Knight of Swords is cavalier. He acts on new ideas and he doesn't care what other people think about it. The Silverman who say they're active and turn out to be lounge lizards. The ones that are into sports, they're like watching it on TV. Yeah, I'm into sport too. I sit and drink beer and I watch football. Those ones. Lounge lizards. Hi, Gabe. I don't meet those anymore. I only meet guys in the gym now. I'm not interested in anyone that's not that. It'd just be way too sedentary for me, even if they're running on the beach. Literally. Gabe! How's the mind control going, Gabe? What was that, Timothy? Pony. Oh, hi, Seagulls. I didn't notice you there. Before. We don't want to settle. We don't want to settle for anything like we've had before. Four of Wands again. We don't want to get married to that. We don't want to get married to our old energy or even our current energy, is what I'm thinking here. There's something beyond it. Marriage is about locking it in. It's like, okay, I've decided that this is it. I'm locking it in now. I'm going to stay in this energy. Be careful of that. Two lots of Four of Wands out here. Put them by each other there. King of Cups is here. Integrity and stability. Yeah, they've got to have that too. Right? It's got something going on with his throat chakra there as well. It's got a halo as well. So he's got high energy, this dude. The pony was an accident. Oh, what was it? Autocorrect yesterday. It was so funny. I ordered something from online and it wasn't, I didn't get what I wanted and it was kind of funny. So I sent a photo of it to my friend saying, what can I do with this now? It's a funny object. I found a use for it anyway. But yeah, I wanted to type, and I did type aesthetics. It's disrupting the aesthetics. Autocorrect. Autocorrect kicked in and thought, she can't mean aesthetics, she must mean asteroids. And so it changed aesthetics to asteroids, and it made it a very amusing conversation. So the aesthetics on top of my fridge turned into the asteroids on top of my fridge. And then when I tried to correct it, when I said I didn't mean asteroids, of course, I meant aesthetics, then it changed it to as the something. I'm like, no, autocorrect, I am trying to write aesthetics. I was spelling it right as well. It was just decided, oh no, no one uses that word. She must mean something else. It's too funny. Your pony reminded me of that. I had asteroids, not ponies. Gabe, Gabe the pony. General guidance for you. Up until now and right. You get the right card a lot, I think. Get writing, Gabe. About your past. Get writing about your past for clarity. Steroids. Oh God, no, I don't want the steroid ones. They're useless. Not functional. Not functional, man. I can't use those muscles. It's just for show. It's like pumping it up with air. Not real muscles. Gabe, so up until now, right, the past, write about the past. Write about your past. It's not just for yourself, it's going to give you clarity, but I feel like there's more to it than that. Things that you've learned. Talk to someone and friend. Okay, this comes up over and over again for you. It's experiences that you've been in with people in the past, and write about it, journal about it. You'll get clarity about it, but there's more to it than that. Like I just said, there's more to it like that. As a take gecko. Wow. There's more to it than that. It's not just going to give you clarity. There's something to it. There's something to the experiences that you keep on having or that you've had with people. There's a golden nugget of information in that that's important to you and your life purpose. You and your, wow, I said life purpose. Yeah, there's something to that. Friendships that you've had, conversations that you've had, experiences that you've had over and over again with people. There's something to that game. There's your guidance. Guidance to delve deep into all of that. I like athletes, not the ones that are doing it to look good, the steroids. I want actual athletes. Ooh, Arabella, what does your higher self want to tell about my Pisces? Your Pisces. Right and waiting, yeah. You do, you keep on getting writing, I know you do. Arabella, thanks for your donation. What about your Pisces, huh? Well, Pisces, yeah, they can open us up. They can do that. Into the flow. Getting you into the flow. Softening and opening you up. Heart openers. Pisces heart openers. Yeah, maybe. Very soft, aren't they, Pisces? Emotional. Heart openers. Maybe encouraging you to open your heart there. Soften and open. Be in the flow more, Arabella. And here you are, like kind of different. What sign are you, Arabella? You've got be firmer and reach out. Okay. Very different energy. So maybe you're going for, you know how I was saying about perfectionism before and how we compare ourselves with other people and sometimes think that we need to be like those other people because the certain mix that we are isn't right for some reason and we should be more like them. See, these are so different. Grace, soften and open, and then be firmer and reach out. It's like you're the activating firmness. There's nothing wrong with being that at all. But maybe you're choosing like very different energy to you to balance you up. You're Capricorn. Yeah. So that's that. Right. Be firm and reach out. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, just be careful of that then. So you maybe your Pisces is soft and open, and you're thinking, I should be more soft and open and less Capricorny. But there's nothing wrong with the Capricornness. I don't know. You're gonna have to figure it out for yourself, because that's what your higher self is saying. It's very different energy than you, which can be refreshing, and it can open you up a little bit. Yeah, something to teach you there. It just depends on how where your mindset is at. You might be putting them on a pedestal. It's like with the whole femininity thing. I used to think that femininity was all like flowery, flowing dresses and stuff like that. It's not me at all. But I used to think I'm not very feminine because I'm not that. People can do it with spirituality as well, right? Spirituality is this. It's those people that wear those certain kinds of clothes, and they do those certain kind of things. They say love and light a lot, and that's not spirituality. Spirituality is an inner thing, and anyone can have it. But we get these ideas of what we should be like. It's not just you, the waiting thing, Gabe. It's everybody. Apparently it's going fast. That's what the guides are saying. It's going fast. Not fast enough for our liking, but it's going fast. There's a great deal of change. Yes, you need to start journaling, Gabe, for sure. Because your high self keeps on going on about it. Mm. Mm. When I click the link, it takes me to an email address. Doesn't with me. I got somebody trying to buy a deeper dive here. A technologically challenged person. Here we go. So we can sort her out. Right. Yeah, hopefully that helps, Arabella. So what have we got here? We've got a bit of relationship stuff going on. Trying to explain what's going on with us at the moment and why we're waiting and all of that stuff. For those of you that are waiting for these important relationships. Things are changing rapidly, very rapidly. And then we look at our everyday lives and it seems slow. It does, but then if you look internally, I'm having a lot of internal shifts. Feeling much better. I think all of us are doing that, right? We're having a lot of internal shifts. That's what this is saying. It's like a lot of internal shifts here going on. And these Four of Wands cards, the marriage, saying, do you want to lock it in? Are you sure you want to lock this in now, or is there more? And this isn't our higher self saying, well, you'll never want to lock it in because there's more and more and more and more and more, because there always is, right? But as far as relationship paths are concerned, there was stuff about addictions, there was stuff about being distracted, there was stuff about baggage, and there was a lot of stuff there that we're learning. And that Four of Wands, I've never had that before, but it's saying, are you sure you want to lock this in? Are you sure you want to say it? Yeah, it's like locking in your answer, isn't it? What's that, Shah? He wants to be a millionaire. You're locking it in. You're locking that answer in. You want to get married to the person that's an energy match to you right now? Or do you want to continue going for a little while? I want to continue going for a little while. How about you? How about everyone else? Well, that's a start, Christine. That's cool. Arabella, general for you. Empower self and warmth. Oh, bringing it together now. How's that? Now he's bringing it together. Empower self and warmth. You've got it all within you. That warmth, but it's in your particular way. Got a lot of. I do love my Pisces. I've got 2 Pisces children, and my ex is a Pisces as well. I do love that Pisces energy, but it's certainly not me. But they're, yeah, very Pisces, aren't they? Empower, but there's a warmth. There's your way of warmth, which is more powerful. Not that Pisces isn't powerful. They're powerful in their own way. They've got the pliers, of course they do. Um, but there's your way of being open, you know? There's your way of being open and powerful and warm. Maybe that's what you're investigating at the moment. You think continue going, Arabella? Yeah, wait for better. Yeah, better's always better, right? And that's not to say we're waiting forever, never good enough. My standards are so high that I'll never accept anyone in my life unless they're a deity. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Pest. Pest. You called yourself out in your name. Major shifts. You need to continue going on. Yep. Where you're headed, not where you've been. Exactly. And at some point, we're going to meet up with somebody who's doing the same thing, like past lives. They're going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be going through similar things. And it's not that we're going to stop growing there, but we get to a certain point and then we'll lock it in with someone who's also doing that too. We're going to recognize them being able to that are doing self-love, not being able to. Everyone's got the ability to, and everyone's doing it. Take people as they are. If they're doing the self-love thing, you'll recognize that. And you're like, okay, this person could potentially have a relationship with me because they seem to be doing the work themselves. Have they learned, like, are they learning similar things? Are they open to learn? Are they already doing it? Are they learning? Are they seeking and all of that? There's so much that we need to look for, right? We need to be all those things ourselves before we look for it. And then lock it in. Then get married to the person that has got all of that stuff. It's a true match, you know, that we can learn and create something new with. Like this, like the Knight of Swords. Create something new with a whole new way of being in relationships. The youngest of 3 kids. Oh no, you're a 71-year-old past now. So empower yourself in warmth. Doing it your way. Open-hearted, Arabella. But in a powerful way. I like that. Wow. Follow my knowing and empower self. Delve more into your power, is what it's saying. Don't get distracted by Pisces kind of energy thinking, oh, I should be softer, I should wear flowery flowing dresses because I'm not feminine enough. Or any kind of self-judgment like that. Don't get carried away with that. Delve more into your power. Follow your knowing. Empower self, empower self. Be firmer. You've got a lot of powerful cards there. Arabella. Focus more on your power. Developing that. Don't make it wrong. I don't get on well with baked goods. Sugar in general, really. Carbs and sugar. It's a bit of a problem right now. Having to cut myself off from it. Not so much baked goods. Although that French bread, whew, I had some yesterday. It's really good. No, it's not good for me at all eating stuff like that. Jamie, high self-guidance. I need to close the curtains a bit. It's getting a bit bright in here. It's toasting me. The sun is toasting me. Jamie, high self-guidance for you. It was just different kind of winter, Gabe. It's still winter. Just get a bit cold, that. I used to live there. It's down to about 9 degrees at night, which doesn't sound like much if you're living in a place that gets much colder than that, and the houses are built for it. The houses aren't built for it in warmer places. You feel the cold a lot more. Snows. Does it? Get out of here. It doesn't. No. Hails. It hails. It doesn't snow. No. Jamie, guidance and jealousy. Oh, be careful. You've got people around you, Jamie. They don't want the best for you. They're going to get jealous. As you learn and you're growing, they're not going to. They're going to get jealous when you do. It's hard when you're around people like that because there's always an element. We always want connection, right? There's always an element that you're going to want to hold yourself back. Be careful of that. You can tell them. You can tell who they are. You can tell the energy that they're not genuinely happy for you when you're making advancements. You might not realize that you're holding yourself back when you're around them, Jamie. You might need to cut some people off here. You've had the guidance already. They've shown you already. They're going to be jealous. I had a friend. She used to high-five me when I'd tell her like great stuff that had happened because great stuff keeps on happening for me. And it would be like a smile through gritted teeth and high-fiving me. And I'd be like, it's very uncomfortable one. They do show you, and you can feel that energy, even if they hide it really, really well. You can feel that energy. It's going to trip you up. Be careful who you hang out with. Forgive yourself and peace. You don't need to carry them with you. You don't need to carry them with you. You don't need to pull people behind you. You don't need to stay connected with people. Forgive yourself. Be at peace with that. It's okay to move on. You have to, in fact. You have to move on. So have you got a belief, Jamie, that you should be able to stay friends with people forever, no matter what you're doing? Because you can't. Down south it does, yeah, but not where you are. In some parts of Australia it snows. Not where Christine is, not where I am. Southwest Sydney. Yeah. -5. Holy shit. That's not hot, that's cold, Gabe. 20. That's cold. It doesn't get down to that ever here. Because that's really cold. No, Jamie, it's about other people, which is a self-loving thing. But yeah, you must have some kind of belief about thinking that you should be able to stick around with people. No, run! Be at peace with that. Forgive yourself for it. It's okay. I mean, some people can, I presume. I don't know. Maybe they can't. Is there really anybody on this planet that doesn't learn and grow? There's people that appear to be like that. Maybe they can hang around with the same people the whole of their lives. Maybe we're just not seeing them clearly because it's way different energy. Like our guys are saying with Gabe and stuff. Things are happening really fast, really big change, and it's fast too. And then we're here we are saying, "Oh, I'm impatient." Households are going like, seriously, you're going through so much. Blue Mountains get snow, indeed. -30 during winter. I can't even imagine. The coldest temperature I've been in was -9 degrees, and that was in Iceland. I went to Iceland for a weekend before I moved to Australia. So I wanted to go there. I went to all the places before I left Europe that I wanted to visit. Romance is in the air. How's that for a carrot? Roses are red, violets are blue. Let's just leave it at that. Pleasure with a close friend. Started out as friendship, it turned into something more. Fear, worries, tense situations. What's that? Wealth. This is about needing to get on track. I was told this information a long time ago, that we're not going to meet the right person until we're on track with our life purpose, because we get so easily distracted from it. That's what I'm getting from the wealth card, so obviously money's involved there, and spiritual love here. Give us more on this dagger. Why have we got fear, worries, tense situations? Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. That's what it's going to feel like. Probably because of this Four of Cups and the Five of Cups. Yeah, it's not going to come easily to open up. Fair man, fair, balanced, hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Oh, so for some of you, for some of us, because it's probably likely for me too, it's going to seem risky taking a chance because it's going to hit our codependency buttons. A fair person, yeah, balanced, wanting to reciprocate, but they're going to be in need of assistance, and so you're going to have to give them some assistance. That's what's going to feel risky. You're going to have to take a chance on them. Are they worth it? Or is it more of the same lessons? It's going to be that test there. Is it codependency? Are you going to recognize it? Can you pull yourself back from it? As in, if you help someone out and then you're realizing it's turning into codependency, can you pull yourself back from that? Can you stop it? Can you recognize it and stop yourself in your tracks? It's hard work ahead. It's going to be tests. Not tests, but old patterns. It's like falling back into addictions again. It's that kind of thing, you know. Snow's nice. When it snows and then everything gets so quiet. Snow's nice. I don't like cold. Snow. Snow seems to warm it up a little bit. It's fun. Yeah, snow's really nice. Go to the snow, Christine. You'll love it. So this is why we have to learn about our issues and stuff and our baggage so much. It's going to be a part of it, which suggests that this past life person, the people that we've got coming in, these ones, have had similar kind of experiences, learnings, and so they're going to poke your wounds. We're going to poke their wounds. It's the way it is, apparently. What else should we get at? Some of these. Snowball fights are so much fun. I like making igloos as well. I made an igloo once with my kids. And snowman. I made a good snowman once. It was the same time as when I made an igloo. It's beautiful, quiet. So if you haven't experienced snow, Christine, when it snows, it's like a soft blanket. You know, like a room that's empty when you move into a new house and there's nothing in it, no curtains, nothing, and how the sound is like, and then you put all the soft furnishings in, and it dampens down that sound. Well, when it snows, it's like that times 100. And it's just so blissfully peaceful and lovely. It's like when the cicadas here stop screaming. It's like there's something really nice about today, and then the cicadas scream again. It's like, oh, they weren't screaming. That's what was so nice about it. It's that kind of a, yeah, it's beautiful. It's magical. Just because of that quietness, I think. A deep breath, and because it's fun too. Like waking up in the morning and opening your curtains and seeing fresh snow there. Amazing. A deep breath. Slow down with this whole love journey pursuit thing. Take a deep breath. Balance. Just relax. Just calm down. Yeah, you've got to experience that sometime. It's amazing. It's like someone puts a soft blanket on everything, and everything's sparkly too. It's really beautiful. Looks pretty on the TV. You've got to experience it sometime, Christy. Your kids and you made a 7+ foot snowman 1 year. Cool. The royal you. Realizing who we are, realizing our worth, recognizing our worth is such an important step. Self-love gets us to that place where we realize, oh wow, I'm amazing. I love so well, I deserve that level. It's realizing who we are and the level of love that we're at, you know. You can track animals easier. I've never tried tracking animals, although maybe I have. Maybe I found out where my cats are by following the tracks in the snow. Cats are funny in the snow. Dip one, I don't know about anyone else's cats, but mine would like put one foot in and then like shake it off. And then next foot. Into me I see. See, they're going to be a match. Our people, when they come in, they're going to be a match. Going to see ourselves in them a lot. In good ways and in trauma ways too. Into me I see intimacy, true intimacy. We're going to share a lot with them in many ways. Where's my new decks? Let's get one of these out. Wow, 850 already. I'll get one of those other ones out as well, that deck, that weird deck. Gratitude. This card comes out a lot from this deck. Be grateful. Be grateful along the way. Look how pretty these cards. These ones, these weird things. Whatever this deck was called. They're very Asian, these ones. Where is my cat? Intimacy, reciprocity. I'll find it eventually. But I like that message of, do we really want to lock it in as we are right now, a match to who we are right now? Or do we want to proceed down this path a little further before we lock it in? Good question. These are a terrible shape, these cards. For shuffling. There we go. What's this? Labyrinth. Aren't they weird? The labyrinth. Oh well, take that as you want to take it. No chickens. No chickens in sight. See you, Christine. I'm going to. I need to pee. I need to get to work. Making videos. Schoolies. Oh God, is it schoolies? Yes, very messy. Scary. Schoolies is scary. There's always like deaths around the Gold Coast and Byron Bay. Schoolies, they do crazy things. Watch out for the schoolies. So thank you everyone for coming along. Thank you for your support of my channel. Thanks for clicking like on this video. Thanks for all of your donations and your very presence. Let's do this all over again on Friday in 2 days' time, shall we? Let's do that. Have a great day. Have a great couple of days. And I'll see you all soon.